Alright, Chris and Luke here, CrossFit Paradox for Scoops. We are here to talk about goals. Whether you are here for health and fitness, as most of you are, some of you guys are here for competition, competitive purposes, whether it be athletics or actually competing in CrossFit in general. Again, most of you guys are here for health and fitness, so what do you think about that?
So like Chris said, you guys are here mostly to stay healthy and stay fit. With that, first thing to keep in mind is staying injury free. First thing, RXing workouts, leave the ego at the door. Don't be ashamed to take the weight down, to the point where your form is perfect. Don't be afraid to ask us questions, if you're not sure about something. Pace yourself. Of course we want intensity, but pace yourself to where you're capable of doing all the movements with perfect form. Staying injury free, that's key, guys. And full range of motion, it's very important with all the movements, whether it's lifting or gymnastic movements. You're going to get a lot better of a workout doing the movements, completing the movements with a full range of motion as you're supposed to, rather than just trying to rush and doing half pull-ups and, not finishing your squats or, those sort of things.
Which brings us to the competitive side of CrossFit. The intensity, which is the product of making yourself better, but can be what pushes people to the limits and past them and getting hurt. Like Luke said, leave your ego at the door. We're not professional CrossFitters, at least not yet. We need to make sure that every rep is clean, not only for competition purposes, because you will get no reps if you aren't doing it correctly, but also the injury aspect. Again, there's a reason why we go full range of motion on the squats. It's to secure that joint, strengthen it. Same thing with the presses. We need to make sure that's always there. And also, like Luke said, going full range of motion is going to give you a better workout. So if you're here for competitive purposes or for health and fitness, range of motion and quality of motion is key.
So just to sum it up, guys, basically, be healthy and just keep it safe, and it'll, we'll all be injury free and keep progressing to our goals versus setting ourselves back from being injured. So
don't be afraid to dial down the intensity if your form is going to shit. Make sure you guys are at the appropriate weight. Don't worry about putting that RX next to your name on the board and the scoreboard. It's what does it really matter?
So next week, that kind of brings us to our next week's episode, which is going to cover Olympic weightlifting in timed CrossFit workouts, which a lot of times is a cause for injury. And we will have Andrew and Will, our Olympic lifting coaches, on the show. They have a lot to say about the subject, and they're excited to come on the show. So stay tuned. The episode's coming next week, so we hope you enjoy it.